Warning, this video will contain spoilers. If you wish for it to not be spoiled, you may want to play the game before actually watching this video. Bendy the Dark Revival recently just came out, which is kinda crazy. After making a video on the first game, and yeah, I'm not the biggest fan, to say the least, but I'm willing to give this game a chance. One thing I really do like is that the game released with all 5 chapters on launch, instead of doing the chapter by chapter release. So let's not waste any time and play Bendy and the Dark Revival. The game opens up with a monologue by Audrey. Then we get to see a rundown version of Joey Drew's house from the first game. Then it says June 18th, 1973. Then we get to see our protagonist, Audrey, currently drawing Bendy for an animation. Right off the bat, this game reeks of Bioshock. It looks pretty similar to the Burial at Sea DLC for Bioshock Infinite, and I love it. I love how this looks. Walking through a hallway and god damn it, why do they got a painting of the Homescapes guy in here? You go to open a door and they locked me out, man. Come on. At least I brought my out, you son of a bitch. As you're walking back, come on, Homescapes guy. Be original. Boo, a ghost. I gotta say, the atmosphere in the area here is pretty good. I'm a little impressed. The game is not terrible right now. You go in an elevator and oh my god, Betruger lost weight. That voice, oh god. Something tells me they're pulling a Doom through with this guy. He's most definitely a perv, without a doubt. You moronically follow this guy named Wilson into this museum type area. Walk into a room to reveal a baby ink machine. It's so cute. Oh my god, shut up! You need to repeat the ritual from the beginning of the first game, which that's not a good sign at all. Then after stupidly doing that, you get drowned in ink and then a title card. And I gotta say, it wasn't that bad of an intro. You then wake up and Audrey freaks out and then talks to herself. You read a note from your best pal? I don't have any best pals. That is a lie. Walk through a hallway and Wilson speaks up on a speaker and I don't know why, but he gives off wannabe G-Man vibes. 211 days, bro, that's not even that long. Keep on walking and a dead man falls out of a vent, just like in Chicago, for real. You listen to an audio log from the Homescapes guy, finding out that Joey Drew died. Damn, rip bozo. There's these bricks sticking out of the wall you can climb up. I mean, it's just a ladder gimmick, but it's not that bad, I guess. You walk into Heavenly Toys. I get that reference. Now, the clocks you can use to save in the first game, they don't work. I just thought I'd mention that. Climb up the wall and, oh my god, no. Midget Abraham Lincoln. So you run in into a locker. Glad to see these return. Yippee. Abe tries to get into the locker, but runs off after hearing a man sing. Yeah, fuck you, Abe. They then introduce you to a new mechanic. Food. Yeah, the bacon soup from the last game, to my knowledge, it never did anything, but in this game, it heals you. Alice makes her Marvel cameo, and oh my god, they gave her the Fortnite chin. Holy fuck, Abe is crippin' in this bit. Audrey asks you to come with Alice, and she can't. Her reason is because of...
He doesn't care for strangers.
I don't know, that just doesn't seem like a really good reason, especially because Tom was like that in the beginning of the first game, but he then changed, so I don't know. Maybe it's a different timeline, but that wouldn't really make sense to me. She then tells Audrey about the ink demon.
Stay away from the ink demon.
What's an ink demon?
Oh, you'll know him when you
No,
see him.
I won't.
He likes to
So
smile.
he's Ronald McDonald.
And he kills
Got
him.
it.
They call me Alice. I'm not very fond of it.
Then change
I'm
your
Audrey.
name. Oh my god, she's Batman. Chapter 1, that wasn't even chapter 1. As you walk some more, you get to see Audrey's new look, and I'm not gonna lie, this design goes hard. I find it funny she seems to only care for like a second and then stops caring. But yeah, I love her design. It's really good. You listen to an audio log of a guy that sounds like Danny DeVito, and he gives you a security code.
They built some kind of, I don't know, electrical towers over near Animation Alley to absorb the life's work of that.
Okay. What does he know? One thing I noticed is the game basically tells you where to go, unlike the first game. It makes it less confusing for sure, but I don't know. A new feature in this game was added, and upgrades. As of right now, you can only upgrade health and stamina, which is pretty interesting. It also looks like there's another upgrade you can find later on. I also noticed you can collect parts as well, but I don't know what you were supposed to do with them right now. So you can save your game in the pause menu now. Now you got these studio tour things that Joey Drew recorded that explain what area you're in was. One thing I really appreciate though is that with the regular audio logs, if you move away from them, you will still be able to hear them. They won't get any quieter. Alice talks you through a speaker and you need to find a gent pipe. Then you encounter a lost one, which then introduces stealth. You need to find a fuse, so you backtrack. This dude's blind as hell. I don't know why, but I just noticed this bar. It's a health bar, which is something I'm surprised wasn't in the first game, but it's a good addition here. You find a fuse stuck in a cake. Now you got the gent pipe, which now introduces combat. Yay. Just like the first game, the combat's not very good, but you can break brick walls with the pipe, so that's pretty cool. They introduced this ability called Banished, where you go up behind people and, yeah, you just send anyone you want to the Shadow Realm. You then go through the studio tour, which Joey Drew tells about in each part of the studio. Then you meet, no way, it's the guy! It's so adorable. Why did they do this? You didn't hear the Ink Demon talk to you? His voice gives off Venom vibes, and it's pretty cool. Then he makes his appearance, and to be honest, that design goes hard. Then Chapter 2 starts. You walk through some of the area, then the Ink Demon comes to hunt you. How do I know? Because the text here says so. There was this guy who wanted his paintings back and wouldn't leave his room until he got them back. When you bring him back, he just tries to kill you. My brother in Christ, I did what you asked. You can look at the different slides of animation in this one area, and it's pretty cool. You gotta get across this gap so you can lower a beam down to walk on it. That beam just then falls into the abyss. Then you meet Porter, who's stuck. Oh no, I know how this is gonna go down. After getting him unstuck, he gives you a new ability, Float. You can basically just teleport across small distances. Okay, this is cool. This is really cool. I like that they're implementing new abilities to keep the gameplay fresh. It makes up for the lackluster combat in my opinion. Then some sick ass music starts playing. This shit is heat. Upgrades are introduced for your gent pipe. You can upgrade your pipe and it looks like it's getting packet punched. You can also charge up the pipe with a battery to open gent locks. Ha! Idiot. You end up in the artist's resting area. Going into the lost and found, you get some keys and a schematic. Trying to leave, however, you catch the Ink Demon doing something to that corpse. I messed up trying to flow into this area, but no, he's way too slow. The irony in your statement. Now we arrive in Chapter 3. Hey, another studio tour. What the? I just noticed these slug things. You can use these to go to vending machines and spend these slugs or whatever will give you stuff from them. I don't know how long I've been oblivious to this, but yeah, those exist. You try to go to the elevator and he's feasting on a corpse again. You gotta go hide in a locker so he can go away. Then you go up in the elevator and oh no, the ratio changed. You then fall into a room with the xenomorph eggs and spiders, very original enemy type. The mama spider comes out of a sewer. You are one ugly motherfucker. This boss fight isn't even that terrible, to be honest. It's pretty intense. After killing the big spider, you talk to Alice through the speaker. Finally comes to try and help you. It's only been so long since we last talked, but okay. Hey, look, it's Bendy. Oh man, there's more eggs lying around, but you can destroy them in 3 hits, so it's fine. You go into the gent shafts, and holy fuck, Joey Drew. I'm so confused. I thought he died. He tells you some stuff, and he wasn't real. It was the ghost of Joey Drew. It's Bendy again. Stop running from me. One thing I like is that the Ink Demon appears way more often than the first game, making him an actual threat. Use the security override, then drain the ink, then you fight some guys with mohawks. Like, this is just a weird fever dream, isn't it? Later, you find one of those upgrade things, and now you can upgrade one of your abilities. Fill the sewer back up, and you can finally get to the area I was struggling to get up to. Pull another lever, and you walk into a room with a guy named Lord Amok. Then they just say to kill her, and then you kill them all, and then you become Lord Amok. You then get revealed a fucking city. I don't understand it, but it's cool. Oh, hey, Bendy. You and Bendy become best friends.
Yes!
And then chapter 4 begins. Bendy follows you around in this chapter for a bit, and it's so cute. Look at him. You get to walk outside in the city, and it's pretty cool. You need to find an ID card, so you gotta do some stupid ass, oh, find this item with a repeating voice line when you don't find something. Find the ID card, then Joey Drew appears out of nowhere, so I guess he just haunts you. No way, Audrey's father abandoned her? She's just like me, for real. Joey does something to Audrey, and hey, wait, are we just gonna forget about something? Are we just gonna forget about Bendy, who we just left behind on the bottom floor?
Alright, Joey.
Holy fuck, Henry from the first game. You get told the story of Joey Drew, the real Joey Drew. Then it gets revealed that you are the daughter of Joey Drew, created by the ink machine. After that, it just seems Bendy is just gone. I don't know where he went, but now I'm sad. You get into the Gent building, and the ink demon crash lands in front of you. Some machines turn on, and wait, the ink demon was small Bendy this whole time? After pack a punch from the pipe for the second time, you explore more of the building. What the fuck is that? Bro thinks he's Jigsaw for real. Then they will literally try to gas you for no reason at all. So you gotta crawl through the vents. I'm not gonna lie, the Keeper's voices they're really annoying. I hate them. Then you have to be stealthy around the Keeper. They're just kind of stupid, to be honest.
They're never quite the same. But I could open the door for you. I do know how. I really do.
Thank you. That would...
But first, maybe play a game? Oh, I love to play games. I like hide and seek best.
Oh hell no, she's one of those bitches. So you gotta find this girl named Heidi. You go into this room, one room, and who the fuck is that guy? Are you gonna hurt me, big man? Apparently his name is Big Steve. I like this guy. We stand Big Steve. You get another upgrade in this room too, which is nice. Walk back out of that room and Heidi is just right there. After finding her, she gives you the ability to fast travel. But yeah, it's just regular fast travel to a place you've been to before. Nothing special. You can now go into an area where you're trying to get to, then see Subject 414. You open up the window and it's a man. Just by its voice, it's Henry. We get to see what Henry looks like, and I mean, it's cool. It's a cool reveal. I didn't expect him to look like he came from Attack on Titan, but he's cool. Apparently, he reset the cycle, and in order to do that, you show the Ink Demon that reel you showed him at the end of the first game. So I guess we're gonna have to repeat the ending of the first game. Hey, yo, it's Birdie's head from the Carnival boss fight. Hey, yo, Sammy, what's good, my man? These are cool references, though. In another room, you press a button, a hole in the floor opens up, and a secret kidnaps you. You wake up on a train with Wilson. He looks like hammered shit. At least he's aware of how bizarre this is. When reaching our stop begins chapter 5. As it turns out, you lose all your abilities because of signal towers. That darn 5G done took my abilities away. Bro, let my mans go. He ain't do nothing wrong. So it turns out Audrey's just a schizophrenic. That's why she hears the ink demon. Or he is just like Venom. Take your pick. Jesus Christ, chill out, man. How much G Fuel have you had today? I love that there's a frying pan next to a Tommy gun. Bro sounds like a smoker, like he's been smoking for 40 years. Who the fuck is she? She got a nice rap. I love how he just admits that he just lied to defeating the Ink Demon.
Ink Demon, did you?
No.
There's a fish, you can try to grab him, but this poor fish just doesn't deserve this. You gotta take 3 sips of water and holy shit, Twisted Alice? She really thinks she's the Baker family. So instead of making you do pointless fetch quests, she wants you to play a game.
No!
No.
I really don't get the puzzle, but you talk to the people strapped to the chair. After wasting a bunch of time running around, I found a ladder to lead up to do the actual puzzle. And after getting it right, it just shocks everyone in the room and Alice disappears. Speaking of Alice, where's the good one? You get your jet pipe back, and oh my god, they're alive. After using your charged jet pipe to turn off the thing, you can now use your abilities and flow into another room. Then Twisted Alice just starts gunning you down. You gotta make your way around without getting shot by Twisted Alice, because this has become Chicago. Okay, that is definitely not something I was expecting to hear. After unlocking a gent lock, holy shit, FNAF office? You then unlock a door after dodging Alice's terrible aim, sneak behind her Metal Gear Solid style, and fail to banish her, and you both fall to the ground. As she goes to shoot you, she gets stabbed, the same way she got stabbed in the first game by the good Alice. Tom! I don't even care what they are talking about. I'm just glad Tom gets to make an appearance in this game. You can pet Tom. Alright guys, Game of the year right here, boys. We've won. Abilities get disabled again, and we watch a keeper kill someone. You gotta be stealthy from the keeper. And this part is very similar to parts of the first game with the projectionist. Glad to see some parts of that return to the game. I mean, this game is just like the first game. I mean, a dude was literally on the other side of the wall trying to get me. I don't know how he saw me, but yeah. You do all this to find pieces for a music box. After fixing it, you find a place for it to use as a distraction for the keepers to make your escape. You then meet up with Betty. She asks if you can go to get ingredients for her, introducing a new mechanic where you can use the train to travel. Such a weird mechanic to introduce so late into the game. We're in chapter 5. The game's almost over. After harassing some civilians and retrieving Betty's ingredients, apparently there is something in the fountain. A cracked mug with a sad face, because I totally have a use for that. Then you go into the laboratory where Wilson is. Wilson then goes full Doofenshmirtz mode on you and explaining how he will defeat the ink demon. His weapon? A painting in color. He tries to grab you and throw you in, but fails, and you just push him into the machine, ripping him to pieces. You walk into a room, and the ink machine is just right there. This is a boss fight arena. The ink demon talks to you, and you gotta pull a lever, and what the hell is that monstrosity? So this is the final boss fight. He throws an anchor at you, and you can charge up to use the charge pipe on the signal things to damage him. And the lost ones will come out of nowhere and gang up on you. Then you gotta smack his weak spot. And honestly, this isn't a terrible boss fight. It's not the best, but it clears that final boss fight from the first game by a mile. By the end of it, though, it seems he just snaps your fucking legs off. Holy shit, that was brutal. Then the ink demon comes out of nowhere and beats the living hell out of him, then taking that ugly motherfucker into the ink. What a Chad. Then he comes back, and with your missing legs, you assume to be eaten alive by the ink demon, and the ink demon just becomes low tier god. He says he can make you strong, but you have to give in to him, and without any other options, you just have to. No way! I knew he was Venom! You then just become the ink demon. Then Joey appears. He has a speech on why Audrey is way more than what she thinks or something. And the ink demon just crushes his bones and kills him, which is kind of sad. Audrey takes control, grabs the reel, and breaks through some walls. And you get to place the ink demon. What the hell? That's a weird thing, but honestly, I love it. It's cool. I just don't like that he has a similar design to his final boss design from the first game. I don't even think you can die here. Allison walks in shooting people like it's COD zombies. Then the peak of this game comes in. Tom and Big Steve. What the hell is this music, though? It's like a Marvel movie. Then as you're running through, you see Porter, then Sammy Lawrence. How the hell did you get out of here? Henry makes his appearance, and damn, the meat leaf really improved his voice acting. Kind of. I'm impressed. Then you get into a room where it's the ink demon's end. You put the reel into the projector's head and play it into your eyesight, and it's seizure-inducing. You see Joey's house from the first game, this time with nature growing in it. Then opening a door to the beginning of the game in Audrey's office. Never do that again! No way! The Bendy is real! Nice red bow tie. And that's the game. There's also an after credits scene of the stuff being put in the back of a giant corporation truck and driven away. But yeah, that is just the game. I surprisingly really enjoyed my time with the game. It wasn't that scary, but it had its moments from time to time. The combat still sucked, but the other gameplay elements really did make up for that in my opinion, making it somewhat fun. And yeah, it's just surprisingly a good game. Way better than the first game. It definitely has its flaws, but I did really enjoy it. So subscribe if you're new to the channel and like the video, it helps it a lot. And if you enjoyed the video, good. Now goodbye.